They say the age of the samurai ended long ago, that the warriors of Japan vanished with their swords, their honor buried under centuries of peace. They say their blades are nothing but relics behind glass, their armor just museum dust. But the truth is different. The samurai never disappeared. They simply changed shape. Their spirit never left Japan. It was reborn into something quieter, deeper, and infinitely stronger. In Japan, honor didn't die. It evolved. For hundreds of years, the samurai lived by Bushido, the way of the warrior. It was never just a rule book for fighting. It was a blueprint for living. To walk the path of the samurai was to master one's body, one's mind, and one's soul. The real battle was not fought on the field, it was fought within. The sword was only an extension of the spirit. Loyalty, integrity, courage, compassion, self-discipline. These weren't virtues to be preached. They were obligations to be lived. Even in moments of peace, the samurai trained as if war would come tomorrow. Even in death, they sought beauty. For there was no greater honor than to die without fear, and no greater shame than to live without purpose. That is what the world has forgotten. The samurai didn't just serve lords, they served ideals. They believed that a man's worth was measured not by victory, but by how he carried himself in defeat. The bow before a fight, the calm before the storm, the acceptance of fate. These rituals were not theater. They were philosophy. They were life itself. And though the swords have been set aside, their code still lingers. In gestures, in discipline, in silence. You can see it everywhere in Japan. In the sushi master who spends 50 years perfecting the slice of a blade sharper than time. In the gardener who arranges stones as if composing a poem for the wind. In the student who studies until his vision blurs, not for fame, but for duty. In the craftsman who polishes a samurai sword, knowing it may never touch a battle, yet still treats it as sacred. That is Bushido reborn. Modern Japan may look like a world of neon, speed, and noise, but beneath that surface hums an ancient rhythm, a quiet discipline that shapes every movement. The bow before entering a room, the deep respect in every thank you, the precision of trains that never run late, the cleanliness of streets where no one is watching. This is not control. This is harmony. A harmony between man and duty, effort and grace, progress and memory. The West often mistakes Japan's silence for weakness, its humility for passivity. But silence, here, is a blade drawn only when necessary. When the world shouts, Japan listens. When others chase attention, Japan perfects its craft. That's not retreat, that's mastery. Every nation builds monuments to its heroes. Japan built its heroes into its people. The samurai didn't vanish, they transformed. Their armor became patience. Their sword became discipline. Their battle became creation. You can feel it in every part of life. In the way a train conductor bows before leaving the station. In the way an artist draws a single line with infinite care. In the way a community rebuilds after disaster, without complaint, without chaos, only determination. Because to the Japanese soul, there is beauty in endurance, there is pride in silence. To fail and to rise again is not humiliation, it is honor. After Hiroshima, after earthquakes, after the waves that swallowed cities, Japan did not curse the heavens. It rebuilt stone by stone with the same patience that guided its warriors centuries ago. The samurai code didn't vanish in those fires. It rose from them. The modern samurai wears no armor. His sword might be a pen, a brush, a keyboard, or a steady pair of hands. But the spirit is the same. The calm precision, the devotion to detail, the quiet pride in work done well. Bushido still breathes in the rhythm of the nation, in the discipline of the worker, in the grace of the dancer, in the humility of the monk. Every bow, every gesture, every unspoken word carries centuries of memory. The samurai were never just warriors. They were mirrors of human potential, proof that strength and compassion can live in the same heart, that courage can exist without cruelty, and that power without honor is nothing. So when you walk through Tokyo, among the lights and endless motion, remember this: beneath the steel and the screens, the code still lives. It lives in the way people move, in the way they work, in the way they rise after every fall. The samurai are still here. Their swords may rest, but their spirit is awake. They watch through every act of discipline, every moment of grace, every quiet breath before dawn. Because being a samurai was never about killing. It was about living with courage, respect, and calm in the face of chaos. And in that sense, the samurai never disappeared. They simply became Japan itself.